well, we're moving into this age of people all remembering who they are as love and becoming it. That's the long and short of it. And what's happening is this free will zone, as you call it, is getting smaller and smaller. It's dissolving. And so it's becoming more and more inconvenient and painful to use free will in non-accordance with God's laws, with love. And the more people do that, the more pain and suffering happens. So that whole zone of opposition, or the no choose zone, those are just falling away. So when people talk about, I mean, I know there's all this 2012 prophecy and all that, and I tend to stay away from that. You know, people who are waiting for 2012 will be waiting at 3012. That's victim consciousness, it's separate consciousness. You know, the train will go by and they won't even know. You know, so the past no longer exists, and the future hasn't happened yet, and is determined by the choices we make. What's important is to live right now. It doesn't mean ignore or pretend it's not there. I mean, sure, God speaks visions and revelations to us all the time, but not to get all attached and impressed and you know, affected by it. You know, God plants seeds in us. Revelations and visions are seeds God plants. You know, an apple seed knows how to become an apple tree. You don't have to tell it or teach it. So when God places a revelation in us, we're supposed to take care of it and protect it and ask God what to do, when to water it, when to fertilize it, what to do. But we don't have to make it happen. The apple seed knows how to grow a tree, and it knows how to make apples. So to get all caught up in the 2012 thing, when the calendar ends and this and that, we'll all ascend and the motherships will come and the fifth dimension will be here, and nothing's coming. Nothing is coming. Everything is here now. You know, every dimension that of the entire, all 352 levels of the Godhead exist now. All dimensions exist now. So as we become more and more love, we experience more of the totality of God that is already here now. So remember, waiting is separation. So, and yes, it is true that there are certain things historically that are happening, but that just sends people right into their head, and it sends them into separateness, as far as I'm concerned. Focus on purifying all 4 levels of your creation. Purify all your thoughts into holy loving ones, and eliminate all non-loving thoughts. Purify all your words. Speak only love, or don't speak at all. Purify all your feelings into loving ones, and purify all your actions. And you will have the greatest impact on the planet, rather than some mythical such and such that's going to happen in 2012. You're the 2012. You're the 2012. I'm the 2012. It's all up. Everyone needs to adopt, it's all up to me. I'm the only one on the planet, and it's all up to me. Because if I throw a cigarette butt, I don't smoke, but if I throw a cigarette butt on the other side of the planet, an oil tanker just crashed. If I scream or swear at a child, somewhere else, a woman's being raped. And I created the rape. I created that, and I created the rape, because we're all one. When I pick up trash, an oil spill was just averted. When I plant a fruit tree, 3,000 children were just fed by a care drop of the Salvation Army, just fed 3,000 starving people in South Africa. I have to adopt that it's all up to me. The power of one. Gandhi proved it, Jesus proved it, Mother Teresa proved it, and countless others have proved it. That's what's important, not what's coming in 2012. So, and the easy thing to say is watch and see. But look at all the people who are waiting at Y2K, at 2000, huddled in fear, and just doesn't mean nothing's happening, but I think it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what's happening. Just open the window shade. Everyone can see what the state of affairs is out there. But then again, I can see those things, and I understand them, but that's not the world that I live in. That's not what I define as my reality. My reality is love, and I accept that and love that, because everyone has his and her journey. Some people have to experience that. They haven't finished that. I'd be a hypocrite to judge or deprive someone of his or her experience, because I went through years of being depressed and angry and feeling separate and longing for this or that, or trying to prove that I'm right, and all the same things other people go through. So It's hypocritical to get up on the high horse and be all high and mighty and say, that's wrong and you shouldn't do that and this and that. I can say what's healthy and wholesome, but people need to make choices for themselves. The truth is everyone awakens in his and her own due time. And the truth is that you asked about understanding and integrating how do you live with the suffering. Another great understanding is to know in your heart that all crime is merely a crying out for love. All crime, at any level of intensity. Because we are made, they say you need air, food, and water to sustain earthly life, but that's only your ephemeral corporeal form. The only element necessary to sustain eternal life is love. We're made of love, spun from love, created in love's image, to know love, be love, serve love, create love. And the only food our soul needs is love. And therefore, when we're deprived of it by being abused, criticized, beaten, abandoned when we were little, and judged by parents, siblings, teachers, friends, the world, circumstance, society, we get starved and we become diseased, ill at ease with different parts of ourselves in the world, but we're still hungry for love. So the less we had, the more we need, and the more hungry we are, and therefore the more vehement and violent is our reaching out for it. And couple that with the fact that people only know how to ask for love based on how they were loved as a child, as children. So you have two principles that determine all the circumstance that happens in the world. One, that we need love to survive, and if we're deprived of it, we get very, very ill. The mind gets ill and we become angry and do evil things and hateful things. And we only know how to ask for it based on how we were given it or not given it. So it's kind of like they work in hand. So if you're deprived of it or given it conditionally and through horrific means, you're going to need more of it and only ask for it through those means. And when you understand that, it gives you compassion for the, quote, criminal. Understanding, forgiveness, mercy, patience, tolerance, and you can send love to that one. I love you. Even if you never meet that one. Look on your TV if you see them. I love you. I love you. Love your oppressors. Love your tormentors. They're your greatest teachers. They're your greatest gifts. Bless everyone and everything all the time. Good, the bad, the ugly. The beautiful, wondrous. That's transcendence. That's liberated consciousness. Only love is real. You live in that. But you still have compassion and understanding.